Hello, in today's video we will be going through the top 5 Formula 1 cars of all time. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications bell and hit that like button. Let's proceed now. 1. Mercedes-AMG F1W11. The Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team created and built the Formula 1 racing vehicle known as the Mercedes-AMG F1W11 EQ Performance in order to participate in the 2020 Formula 1 World Championship. Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, who stayed with the team for an 8th and 4th seasons, respectively, drove the vehicle. Prior to the 2020 Australian Grand Prix cancellation and the postponement of at least 7 other races on the calendar due to the COVID-19 epidemic, the vehicle was scheduled to make its competitive debut. A competitive debut of the F1W11 occurred at the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix. The delay in the season's start gave the team time to address their worries about the car's dependability. Dual-axis steering, DAS, a Mercedes-developed system, allows the driver to change the front wheel's toe to maximize mechanical grip by pulling or pushing on the steering wheel. DAS's ability to allow for both a positive toe and a zero toe allowed for greater tire warming and improved turning, which was especially useful on courses featuring lengthy straightaways. After the 2020 championship, DAS was taken out of the vehicle because the equipment would be prohibited in 2021. It was stated in late June that the W11 will use black as the primary color instead of the customary silver that was seen on its predecessors, following the postponement of the season and the growing support for the Black Lives Matter movement on a global scale. 2. Williams FW17. Adrian Newey created the Williams FW17, a Formula 1 racing vehicle that the Williams team used to participate in the 1995 Formula 1 World Championship. Damon Hill, who was in his 3rd season with the squad, and David Coulthard, who was in his first full season after playing a part in 1994, were the drivers. With what was thought to be the best engine and chassis in the business working together. The team's 1995 campaign was dismal because Benetton and Michael Schumacher defeated them to both championships. Schumacher was typically more competitive on race day, despite the FW17's superiority in qualifying trim. Both drivers made multiple regrettable mistakes throughout the season, which did not improve the situation. The Williams FW17B was utilized for the Portuguese Grand Prix for the first time. It finished with 4 pole positions and 2 victories in its 5 races, but due to Schumacher and his Benetton B195's dominance, the titles were already all but out of reach. 3. Ferrari F2002. Scuderia Ferrari Marlboro's entry in the 2002 Formula 1 season was the Ferrari F2002, a racing vehicle. It is recognized as one of the best Formula 1 vehicle designs ever and helped Michael Schumacher win a record-tying 5th World Drivers' Championship at the time. From a total of 19 races in 2002 and 2003, it won 15 Grands Prix. Because of the unique and incredibly compact clutchless gearbox's design, which enables incredibly quick shifts, the rear-end aerodynamics were packed extremely closely into the honeycomb structure. Bridgestone created unique tires that were made just for the vehicle. The Ferrari was on par with, or slightly ahead of, the McLaren car for the 2002 season aerodynamically, but probably a little less powerful than the Williams BMW of the time. 4. Ferrari F2004. Ferrari used the F2004, a highly successful Formula 1 racing vehicle, during the 2004 Formula 1 season. Based heavily on the F2003 GA from the previous season, the F2004 carried on the winning streak the team had started in 1999 by winning the team's 6th consecutive Constructors' Championship and Michael Schumacher's 5th consecutive Drivers' Championship, which was his 7th and final World Drivers' title in 2004. It is among the most dominant vehicles in Formula 1 history. The vehicle also put an end to Michael Schumacher and Ferrari's 5-year monopoly of the sport, opening the door for Renault and Fernando Alonso. 5. Red Bull RB8. Red Bull Racing created the Red Bull RB8, a Formula 1 racing vehicle that competed in the 2012 Formula 1 season. Sebastian Vettel, the current World Drivers' Champion, and Mark Webber piloted the vehicle, with former Scuderia Toro Rosso driver Sebastian Buemi serving as the test driver. The vehicle had its web debut on February 6 and debuted at Jerez's first pre-season test. Vettel's driving earned the RB8 its maiden pole position and victory at the Bahrain Grand Prix in 2012. Despite pressure from the two Lotus cars, he maintained his lead throughout the whole race, excluding the pit stops. Webber finished the race behind these two vehicles after qualifying third, earning him his fourth consecutive fourth-place result in as many races. 6. Red Bull RB18. The Red Bull Racing RB18 is a Formula One car that Red Bull Racing created and will use to participate in the 2022 Formula One World Championship. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez will be operating the RB18. Drivers Max Verstappen, the reigning world champion, and Sergio Perez qualified second and fourth for the RB18's debut at the 2022 Bahrain Grand Prix, respectively. Verstappen experienced brake overheating in the early parts of the race, then on lap 46, following his second pit stop, his steering column cracked. Verstappen was forced to retire on lap 54 because of a fuel lock problem, and Perez spun out at turn 1. That's it for our top 5 Formula One cars of all time. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell and hit that like button. See you in the next video.